Greetings, programs, and welcome back to CK2 after a bit of an absence. I think it's been like 2.5 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks at this point. Sometimes the time just flies by and I don't even realise it. So, yeah, here we are. Anyway, so having gone back to the last video and going by my half-remembered plans, I think basically I was intending to just keep expanding into England whilst they're undergoing another civil war. And of course, to that end, I actually set my Chancellor fabricating a claim down in York, but there's only about a 4.5% chance of that happening yearly. So, in the meantime, I've actually got two immediate options I could take. One is something I noticed whilst poking through the intrigue menu, and that is I can go on a pilgrimage. And it's been a while since I've had a character that's been able to go on a pilgrimage. I don't know what the exact conditions are, but yeah, maybe it's just we've had so many wars recently that this has been a possibility for a while. It's just the conditions haven't been met. The other option is that I have discovered that my kinsman, King Jason of Scotland 2, would be amenable to me offering to join in his civil war so we can stop those Buchanans getting the throne. I mean, there's a good chance that he'll be able to win the war himself anyway, but he's actually got 2 civil wars going on at the moment. So that would be, you know, anything to stop those filthy Buchanans would be a good thing. I will, however, first fire off this pilgrimage chain of events, I think, because having checked the war score for that civil war at the moment, it's at 0%, so there's no imminent danger of... those could be famous last words. Completely, they could be famous last words, but I think there's no imminent danger of the Buchanans grabbing that throne. Anyway, we've got a choice of West or one of the ancient holy sites, and when it says holy site in the West, it basically means Spain. And we'll actually do that one. I don't think we've done that one before. Oh, hang on, we've got a... Okay. Santiago is the one I was thinking of, but apparently there's a bunch of options. I can go visit the tomb of Thomas Becket in Canterbury. I can visit Cologne, or, yeah, I can visit Spain. For some reason I thought it was just Spain, but no, we've actually got an option of 3. Let's visit Canterbury. I've not done this one, I don't think, before. And it's not that long of a journey, although I think the actual journey length doesn't have that much of an effect on the event chain length. I've had trips to Jerusalem that seem to have been over very, very quickly in previous playthroughs. So, yeah, the actual time the events pop up, or how long it takes for the event chain to follow through, seems a bit randomised. So while we're waiting for that to... oh, there we go. My journey begins. We'll have a quick look at like laws, which I think we're... Something to change there, really. I'm just refamiliarising myself with, yeah, no technologies to invest in. I think military's maxed out. Intrigue we've already looked at. Anyway, I don't think there's anything else to be doing while we wait for this. So the regent's taken over because we are away from the court at the moment, of course. We can also maybe start marching armies to the south. If we bring up diplomacy, which is somewhere, where's diplomacy? We can see he's currently at war with, okay, so it's to his south and all of these people here, so I'll want to march my troops down to, I don't know, Standing Galloway, I guess. It is quite handy that you can, just depending on where you click, you can add or see different people's like diplomatic relations and other various things you get from the map overlays. And it does still trip me a bit up that things like the Republic Trade Zone and Family Trade Zone, that's now in the more recent updates, that's all on one button, but depending on like where you click on the map, that sort of shows the different map modes. It's kind of condensed within one map button, but the game doesn't necessarily clearly explain that it is. Anyway, so first event. As you pass through a small village along the pilgrim's path, an old woman comes up to you. She's recognised you as a pilgrim and explains that her daughter and her family live close to your destination. They're suffering hard times and she asks you to bring them a large purse of money. So I've got various options here. I can just agree to help. I can add some money of my own. I can keep the money myself. Or I can just tell her to buzz off. Well, actually, we'll secretly add 10 gold. Why not? I can afford 10 gold. Scotland's actually doing rather well financially, even though we've lost all of the Irish lands for now. But, you know, with the Tanistry succession, in theory, we should have a chance of... I think he should at least be on the list. No one's voting for him, but he should be at least on the list. There he is, King Jason of Scotland too. I can actually vote for him. No one else is voting for him, but, you know, I can vote for him. During the last couple of days, you have made company on the road with a holy knight on his way to the same destination. You have lively and interesting conversations, and you find you have many things in common. Okay, so gain a new friend. And who's this guy? He's a knight hospitalier, apparently. Okay. An Occitan knight hospitalier. He's a little bit far from home. Although not that far, I suppose, because, you know, that's only the south of France. Canterbury. You have arrived finally at Canterbury. It is beautifully situated on the River Stour, and I guess that's the River Stour. Could be the River Stour, I don't know. In Kent, in southeastern England. The town itself and the surrounding meadows are full of pilgrims from all over Europe. You start to make your way through the hustle and bustle, eager to see the famous cathedral and contemplate the tomb of the martyr Thomas Becket, who was viciously murdered inside the cathedral itself. I've actually been to Canterbury Cathedral, by the way. It is quite impressive. They have a copy of the Magna Carta there, and it's kind of neat, you know. It's a bit of history, a very old bit of British history that well, it's more to do with the history of the unwritten constitution and parliament and all that kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, it's interesting. Never mind. Anyway, the stories of other pilgrims all spoke of how impressive this place is. Now you can see it with your own eyes, you can only join in their praise. You are glad you came here to one of Christianity's holiest places. Gain 20 piety. Okay, I've now got the pilgrim trait, or I will do once I get back, I guess. I technically am not back yet. But we didn't, I don't know, that was a bit, we didn't get anything anything special out of that event chain, really, but we will get the pilgrim. There we go. Plus 10 piety a month, so we've got the pilgrim trait. And I'm back on the throne. So, this is even before we've all completed our march down with the army. So, let's phone up King Jason. Yeah, that's totally a thing. Let's send a herald or a messenger or whatever we would have done. Let's offer to join his war. And that should... Now, I don't know why my forces are... Probably because I had a regent, but when I looked before it was like 4,500 and now it's down to about 3,000, but never mind. Just gather all my forces in and help out my erstwhile kinsman, because, you know, we'll reunite the thrones someday. It might just take a little while. So we can speed things up a bit at this point. We've also got some messages up here, but I think we looked at these last time and we didn't want Sicily especially, so... I can nominate a successor for... Oh, of course, because England is now elective. I can nominate myself. I think I might be the only person that nominated myself. Right, we've almost got all of the forces together. How's the actual war going? 0%. So, are they loyal to... No, I think they're part of the Civil War. Oh, actually, it's expanded. The Welsh are rebelling now as well. So, all of Ireland, apart from Leinster, and now the Duke of of Gwyneth. So, yeah, Scotland 2 is kind of slightly fragmenting. We can possibly help there a bit. Now, we might get some trade post messages popping up. Actually, let's see if we can fight that army. Because if you can fight armies, generally that's worth more war score. But they're running away like the cowards they are. Gwyneth. Okay, so we've beaten them. I probably should concentrate on thrashing armies, actually. Oh, little internal war there going on, that's fine. Yoda wants a fief of his own, but that's fine. We can turn him down because he's going to Brandenburg. Oh, that's right. We were going to maybe get some claimants that I can invite to court or something. So that's not going to be a matrilineal marriage, but I think that was fine. I hope. We've got House McJedi has 81 living members, so House McJedi is now spreading far and wide. Margaret McJedi, she's become a grey eminence. Oh, she has an all, plus 19 diplomacy. So let's see if we can get a matrilineal marriage. Is there anyone that's not there's not any hugely great choices. I guess we'll go with the Chancellor. She'll get minus prestige, but that's fine. Right, also I think we can maybe squeeze a better general in there than somebody with +3. Okay, that marriage is fine. We need a new spy master. I think he was my spy master. The Mayor of Stornoway wants to become a spy master. We might as well get the opinion bonus, and I accidentally selected my Chancellor there, which is why the map all went green. Oh! Having just married him to somebody. This doesn't happen very often. Yeah, okay, my Chancellor was discovered and they ordered him murdered. Which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, well, keep trying, I guess. It's fine. There's always more Chancellors where that came from. Right, so we won that fight. Oh, okay. He's become spy master in the court that he's disappeared off to. But that's alright because something, I don't know. Anyway. It's telling me that because he's a close family member, and Castle Walls has been built in Bamborough. Oh, I've gained I've gained Roth apparently. Yeah, he's a close family member, so it'll tell me messages relating to him. So minus 13% war score. Can we siege Gloucester itself? Who's the one that's? He counts as the war leader, apparently. But we might want to, okay, fight these forces first. This is a little bit messy, but it's fine. I think if we hadn't intervened, I think the Buchanans might have stood a decent chance of actually getting their sticky fingers back on the throne again, which would not do. It would not do at all. So that's just one level of siege. I might... No, I probably shouldn't force that. It would be a bit expensive in terms of manpower. So we've also got some Irish troops there, but that's fine. And that's Deheubarth, who... Oh, I see, they're sieging. Okay. So they've got a reasonably big army there. Actually, that is a big army considering. Are they? Oh, they're in the other war, the de jure war over Oriel. So that's not such an issue. It's the Buchanan war is the war that we are confining ourselves to. We've only joined in one war rather than joining in all the wars. So that's all right then. We won't have to fight that big army, which would be a bit of a problem. I'd need to raise my vassal troops. And oh, I'm being voted for. I should have 2 votes now. Where are we? Laws for the King of England. Wait, why can't I see the royal laws for England? Should be there. Why can't I click on it? I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. Right, we've lifted that siege. Watch these troops in here. 28th May, 30th May. So they're not going to get there in time to actually fight those guys. But we could actually send them down. 19th. Yeah, they'll arrive on the same day, so that fight will happen. But we're crossing a river, but we have more than twice as many men, and I think better generals. Yeah, that fight doesn't even have a general, so that's fine. Trade post of Dublin, that's not important. King Jason now favours himself as the head of the Kingdom of England. Okay, whatever. So there we go, that's a successful fight, and we'll just lift this siege. Now, I can't really do anything about the other war, but I can make sure they don't lose the important one, the crown fight. Because can we tell which fight's which from the diplomatic overlay screen? It was that one, wasn't it? I don't think it... No, it doesn't shade them accordingly. So it's hard to tell who's in what war without looking. So he's in the succession law, or the throne law. So the Irish counts are all backing him, apart, or the Irish dukes rather, apart from the Duke of Leinster. And then the war over Oriel seems to be Duke of Deheubarth and... No, just the Duke of Deheubarth. So Duke of Gwynedd is also in this this war for the crown, so that's okay. So it's just Jason started this war to try and get Oriel, and then I don't know which war happened first. Actually, it might be one war happened because the other war was going on, and the AI is quite opportunistic like that. Sometimes it'll see that you're occupied, or it'll see that there's an opportunity to declare war, and the person that they want to declare war against is already at war, at which point they might be a bit screwed because suddenly they've got 2 wars going on instead of 1. So yeah, it can be quite sneaky like that. Anyway, this siege is going okay so far. Extra levy reinforcement rate, that's quite handy, especially when we're at war. So we'll just actually speed things up a bit more, though not too quickly, because... oh, that's sieging Scotland. Cheeky buggers, who's that? County of Westmoreland. Oh, it's not me they're sieging, it's the Irish... the Irish holdings. Because of course Scotland too has 2 of the baronies. Yeah, that ended up being a bit messy. And... somebody just died, the Count of Gowrie. So we need a new Guardian. Also, I'm being called to war. The Galician claim on Turkestan? Wait, who? Oh, okay. That's somebody I shipped off a while ago, I think. So this is Gallic, okay. I mean, sure, I'll say yes, because it would cost me not to, except there's absolutely no way I can help out in those wars. So, you know, it's, I'm in theory helping out, but I really can't do anything practically speaking. Right, she needs another Guardian. I do like how they've streamlined this a bit with the newer versions of the game. It's not constantly picking out guardians and trying to pick out people with decent traits and decent stats, which could be a bit of a pain because you'd get one person that, you know, had decent stats and you'd go, oh yeah, I'll just use them, but you can only like foist 2 or 3 kids off on them, and at which point you have to start sending them to other people, and then it gets like the more children there are, the bigger the family within the realm, or well, within your own court. It starts to get messy and complicated. Anyway, also we need a new general for that flank. Let's fight these guys. Let's see. The plot where Patrician Patrick is trying to seize a trade post. We don't really care about that. That's these guys doing Dumfries doing something. Queen Carlotta of Scotland. Oh well, that means I can get married again. Is her heir? Oh, Provence. That means there's now a McJedi. Duke Yoda of Provence, who is now Hungarian. Doesn't have any heirs. And he's the one that's married to Brandenburg, so this is all going to get probably messy, but it is outside my realm, so it's fine. So yeah, I can actually... I mean, he's possibly not going to last that long, but we can get him married to somebody else. Duchess of Poitou. Why not? More McJedis. It's a betrothal. He'd have to live another couple of years until she comes of age, but yeah. So 20% in this war. She'll accept that. Good, good. And we can maybe start sieging the province of Westmoreland itself. Oh, wait. Maybe we should go and fight these Methian troops. Keep thinking about Duchess Carlotta. She was the best of wives, and without her, I do so struggle to be a king. So we can... we can get the option of wenching, or I can go the kind of more pious route. Celibate gets me +1 piety is pretty good, actually. But we would definitely have no more heirs, and having just betrothed myself to the Duchess of Poitou, we kind of do want some heirs, so we're going to have to go with the wenching route and hope that I don't get incapable. Good, no, we didn't get incapable. Right, are these... Oh, maybe I'd better raise these sieges first. I think I've been helping out with the war score. We can actually just check. 100%. So I've basically got 100% contribution. I am keeping the McJedis of Scotland to, you know, I'm the only one keeping them afloat right now, it seems like. Okay, Child Laxon Guardian. Oh, he's a Welsh McJedi. Let's see if we can... oh, wait, that's marriage. Educate child. There we go. Oh, a properly Scottish McJedi. There's not that many of those around. Someone who's got decent stats and traits. Oh, Dorjander's very capable. Let's send him to under Dorjander, and they might pick up some military skills. You never know. Jocasta McJedi is now of legal age. Okay, let's... oh, we can marry her to a Basileus. Let's do it. Just, you know, for the prestige. Not the first time we've had a McJedi go and be the wife of a Byzantine emperor, of course. But, I mean, the prestige from being married to a McJedi is obviously considerable. So, the Byzantines are getting pretty lucky there. A waste of money, a waste of time, but oh so good it felt. The pleasures of life makes everything feel less tiresome and more delightful. Okay, this might be coming off the event of the last pop-up that I got. So Oh, Sweet Temptation, fertility plus 20%, but Church Vassal opinion minus 20. And then we can get the other way. We actually want, I mean, plus 20% fertility, why not? Church Vassals will like me a bit less, but... Right, that siege is nearly lifted. Let's go and fight that army if we can. Looks like the English Civil War's over. Maud wants to kill Count Fergus of Argyle. Well, okay then, you keep me on top of that. Right, stop running away. I want to fight you. I've lost Lustful. Oh well. Which doesn't matter so much at the moment, but I think Lustful does give you a bonus to fertility, so it's quite handy when you're trying to produce new heirs. I'm spending more time fighting, but I mean the fighting is still getting me war score, which is fine. And the Duke of Lothian, who was still in prison because he never could afford that ransom, has now died, and his son's taken over. He's only got plus 28 though. Shall we see if we've got an honorary title we can give him? We've got a bunch actually. Master of the Hunt, plus 10 opinion. In fact, let's look. We seem to have a couple of titles there. Let's look at the courts generally. No, vassals. Vassals is what I want. So Lothian, he's the one that just inherited. Moray doesn't like me very much. Let's give him the title of Keeper of the Swans. I mean, having said not very much, it's still plus whatever opinion. So plus is better than minus, which is, you know, kind of obvious. Now I say it out loud. Count of Argyle, I mean... No, I can't give him an honorary title. I've got a couple that are undistributed, but we'll keep them for now, I guess. My mission to Rome has so far been a success. During my visit to the court of Pope Conall III, I seem to have managed to make him understand what a benevolent and pious ruler you really are, so that's good. Plus relations with the Pope is always useful, makes me that much less likely to be excommunicated. Oh, and England, having settled one civil war, is immediately going back into another one. So I guess I mean, it was a civil war for the crown, and that was taken by a Salian. Okay, that's just another reinforcement rate message. So, what's the current wars? 2 wars. Okay, the Duke of York is, I think he was the one that just got deposed. That's Fulk, right? So, that's the current Duke of York. He's a caption guy, though. So the Duke of York actually, yeah, Fulk, having just been defeated, is now, I guess, reluctantly loyal. And then the Duchess of Hesse is also making a play, and she's an Ilfricson. So there we go. Right, okay, so let's lift this siege. There's actually 2 levels of siege here. Prince Bishop of Worcester. Worcester? Worcester. Worcester. Yes, it's Worcester. That's how you pronounce it. Some English place names are a bit funny, but then you've got a bunch of the Scottish place names that are really no better. Right, new spy master, the Bishop of Carlisle. Why not? You'll do. Best candidate for the job, at least based on his spying capability or his intrigue capability. Knowledge spreading, bunch of other messages, not really important. 51% war score at this point, which is fine. And we've lifted 1 level of that siege, so I'll actually go and fight this other army. 56% war score. We're getting there. This other war over in here, where was it? The war for Gallic. One of them's going all right, and the other one not so much. So yeah, one of them is against an emperor, though. The Persian emperor, no less. Which would be... Wait, who is that? Oh, well, he's an emperor, but he's not got a very big empire. But somehow he's managed to get himself an empire title. Anyway, that's some serious lag when I'm moving around the map. Never mind. Anyway, let's unpause. That's one of the more boring wars I've ever fought, but it's basically like trying to bash small armies, and I've not even had a chance to properly siege myself. It's just been lifting sieges and just grinding away to get war score. Oh, that looks like a bunch of HRE armies. Is the HRE in... Oh, fighting on the side of... Okay, that'll be through family or marriage ties, because of course the Salians are a German dynasty. So, yeah. With the forces of the HRE on her side, I don't think the caption guy, Duke of York, or the English Duke of or Duchess of Weiss, I don't think they're going to win somehow. Because they do have considerable forces at their command. Another tiny army bashed, and oh, okay. Been fighting enough that apparently I can get... let's just go for flat terrain expert. Which is not that useful in Scotland, but I'm going to be fighting in England a lot, it might be. Although having said that, you know, Jurahi's getting on in years. Don't know exactly how much longer he's going to last, but actually let's go fight that army. Annoyingly, you can't march from Warwick to Northampton in time to catch an army, but you can go into Wessex. And apparently I've just picked up yet another, I don't know, let's go for Lightfoot. I don't actually know what my... There's no like easy way to see what your overall composition is like. You just have to go and... actually, heavy infantry looks like it would be better than... you just have to mouse over. I'm just taking my home province as an example, but that's way more heavy infantry than light infantry. And if I look in Ross, for instance, yeah, it's not quite as a different proportion, but I guess overall heavy infantry seems to be the way to go. 79%. We're slowly but steadily getting there. And if we can just... Oh! Ah. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, having said Jirahi might not last that much longer, he didn't either, so that's a bit unfortunate. Did I die in battle, or... Not sure it's going to tell me. So be it, it says. So, unfortunately, that means we are no longer in a position to help. Unless we can... No. I can't offer to join. No, that option has been removed. It might be because I have army levies raised, though, so we'll just march them back home. I also seem to be grossly over my limits. Has he got terrible stewardship? Not especially. Oh, hang on. Oh, because he was yeah, we've dragged in. Okay. This is why we've actually got now some French Scottish holdings, and hello. Castile's having a bit of a Barney. Aquitaine seems to have lost a bit of land as well. Interesting. Yeah, we have some French possessions, so I'll have to decide what to do with those. Actually, we've been going for over half an hour now. I think this might be a good point to actually to end the episode, and next episode we'll see what the new king brings us. He was actually older than Jirahi was than when he died, so I'm not I don't know how long Emrys is going to last exactly, but yeah, we'll deal with that all next time, and we'll see what we can do about our French holdings, because we're in a war with the Duke of somebody, even just the Count of. Oh no, okay, yeah, it's the Duke of Orleans is declaring war for somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure it out next time round. So yes, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Been a bit overdue, but yeah. Have I mentioned I'm terrible at YouTube and games and just everything? That's my excuse. Hopefully you've enjoyed it anyway, and if you have, you can hit the like button, you can sub to my channel if you haven't already, and as always, stay tuned for more.